How's it going? So this is going to be part 7, I think. We are level 62. One thing that I'm gonna right off the bat start talking about is that like we are done with Ashes of Malmouth. I thought I would have been able to like find it very easily. But like, you know, it's definitely possible that you have during your playthrough. There are like marks that are dropping from the basilisks, starting from like right outside here. We have done like Ancient Grove. You could definitely find it there as well. And the worst case, like a mistake that I have done is that like I didn't necessarily check the NPC inside the Ancient Grove either. But then again, I should have still been able to like find the marks. Yeah, something like this basically that is capable of like buffing the Ravenous Earth. So it's going to be giving you like pluses to DK, and it's going to be giving you Ravenous Earth minus 0.5 second. Like if you would like to, feel free to like farm this. In the normal difficulty it doesn't necessarily matter so much because like our Ravenous Earth is already very strong. But in the elite difficulty maybe it's gonna like require for us to like cast a couple more times. It's definitely possible. And in that case it would be nice to like have this too, because it's going to be directly increasing our DPS. You might actually want something that's capable of rolling like with vitality damage bonus as well, obviously. Yeah, what's up, Jimmy? Welcome, Ron. You can actually like reset the game right over there all the time as well. There are like a couple of... I think there are a couple of like basilisks right northern side, I want to say, of Barrowholm as well. Somewhere maybe around there. Let's see. We're gonna check that place as well. I'm not necessarily like looking forward to find one. It's okay, even if we don't. But like if you find one, at the very least I can show. That would be nice. Not really sure like why we have been very unlucky with that mark drop. It's actually like completely relaxed when it comes to it, but yeah. Like they're supposed to be dropping left and right. Eggs of Menhir version here. Give me a break, game. Is there even like other basilisks here? Not sure. I remember that camp, but like the others, I'm not sure. Let's just start the game go one more time for this camp, maybe? I'm not. You dare come here. Okay, restart the game, go one more time, right outside of Coven. Takes a while to open the possession, is funny. There's like, if I'm not mistaken, there are like 3 different marks available. We already found 2 of them. The one that is missing there is the one that I have been talking about. Ah, would you look at that? I suppose this is what you could do. You could just like keep on resetting your game, or during the Ancient Grove run, you could check out the plant NPC in there as well on the first floor. Definitely. So, what do we have here? Cold, Poison, Defense, and then DK plus 3 with minus 0.5. So in fact, I'm gonna continue using my own medal, but I just wanted to show this to you. It's definitely possible to like keep farming for this if you would like to, you know, min-max the hell out of your character. You definitely should. Try to get something with like maybe a vitality, maybe some resistances, I don't know. It's kind of gonna come down to you. So from there, we will actually go to the Sentinel quest, the hidden path, so that like we can get the stat and the skill bonus. I have some dynamite, so yeah, yesterday we have crafted a couple. Ben is saying, is there a way to like convert set items? There's a system called Transmute. You need to do the quest in Forgotten Gods to be able to do this, I think. Afterwards, you're capable of like converting one set item to a different piece of that set, or a complete random set. And it's costly. But the sets that are like targetable, they're not convertible or transmutable, yeah. This place seems to be level 60. So the next one is in the Broken Hills. Guy that's dropping the lifesteal pants. Rage was saying, based on your RNG today, it's actually gonna take a while. That is true. Before this part, I've been farming some legendaries, well, it is trying to. And yeah, I had like a very bad drop rate. This is Diablo 2 in the background. Yes, we're listening to Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction OST in this one. How's it going, Savage? Welcome, Rim. Supreme, that is called Grim Internals. Google Grim Internals. That's the only mod that I'm running. I actually don't want to be here. I want a TP to the one before this. I think it's easier to get there from here. I'll say so. So I was just saying I ripped my DK last night and I didn't even get to put my set on. What did you die to, Savage? Sorry to hear that, dude. Well, the second time you will only get stronger. Did you, at the very least, did you manage to get, like, experience potions with that guy? Like, if you have these experience potions, you will get back up, like, up there in no time. And this time you'll be stronger even, trust me. Been there. So I'm actually like very curious how difficult it is going to be in Forgotten Gods with this character, let's say. Especially in Veteran as well. I didn't necessarily like play on Veteran at all. It shouldn't be that different. I usually skip the normal difficulty even, you guys, when I'm doing it, because there's something called merit in this game, Savior's Merit. Once you manage to beat the game in Ultimate, you can buy this Savior's Merit from Conclave of 3, and then you can use this item with like your new characters, which is unlocking every single difficulty. So what I do on my like normal leveling stuff and my videos is just like collect some devotions in the normal difficulty, because the merit is giving you every single waypoint in both normal and elite difficulty, so you can just like, you know, waypoint up and get the devotion shrines, and then I start an elite and level up there. That's usually what I do. So with a first character like this one, it's Probably another notable like milestone to get to the Savior's Merit, so that like your next character is going to be having such an easier time leveling for sure. I don't actually know what's got me. Something at the end of AOM was a hero. It happened so fast. I need to farm some iron bits. You might be actually talking about Alexander. It is definitely possible because like with a character like DK, you're farming that place quite a bit. So therefore you'll most likely be Nemesis with the Aether Vanguard. And it happens so fast is usually... It definitely is usually Alexander. We could actually like take a very short break and show the YouTube the Alexander clip as well. So this is him, and this is me with my 18,000 HP getting one shot. If you fail at a meteor, you usually die. So it might be him. How's it going, Manu? Welcome, bro. Good morning, Masco. This is a nice sight to see. Because this is one of the biggest nodes that we have ever gotten so far in the devotions. It's actually completing the Ratosh, I believe. Yes, it is. Alright, so we're gonna put this to the Curse of Frailty. What it does is it deals Vitality, heavy Vitality damage and a little bit of Aether damage, and it also puts minus Life Leech Resistance and minus Vitality Resistance as well. It's funny because the minus Life Leech Resistance is actually gonna go hand to hand with the Bat proc that we have over here, the Twin Fangs. It's gonna be cool. And at this point I'm kinda like cursing everything anyways with the Curse of Frailty, so I'm guessing this is gonna have like a good uptime as well. What is the interaction between the Curse of Frailty and this? 15% chance on attack. That's quite low. That's quite low. Not gonna lie. But the curse is capable of like pulsing, so every single pulse is gonna have the 15% chance. So it's not only when I cast it. The Impurity. Vitality Ether, +1 to Necromancer, and Impure Blast for level 60. Yeah, unfortunately I cannot really like change my relic, of course. We might actually be honored now with the homestead. It's definitely possible. There it is. Let's go buy that thing. Almost respected with the borrow home as well. That's funny. Yeah, it should still be okay, I would say, Fly. I agree. Curse of Frailty is it's fast. We need to talk to Barnabas apparently also now. Oh, we could sell these. I've already seen those, but I do need to check the ring, in fact. Not so bad. Did I check like what is he selling? Nice. Isn't that a Hoarfrost? It is. That was a nice find. Okay, so how many factions are with the writ now? 5 factions are with the writ. Halfway there. Halfway there. So we're gonna start the Forgotten Gods, I think, right? Let's see. My resistances are looking sharp as well. It's not bad at all. How's it going, Speedo? Nice to see you, dude. Remember I was having problems on my Cabalist, but I got a couple of pieces of gear upgrades and managed to do SOC pretty much smooth. Sounds really good. Okay, time to collect quests here. We have been here once at level 15, if you remember, like, or level 20, whatever. Right after, like, killing Warden to take our mobility item. But I didn't accept the quest so that we don't have a clutter on the screen. I'll accept the quests now. I think there's about, like, 3 or 4 quests. I'm actually not sure. There might be 4. You are a merchant? You have anything for me? Let's do this. Gives me a shitty weapon. Kira. This might be it, you guys. I don't really think there's another quest. Ah, what might you be? The Shattered Realm is unlike anything mankind has ever witnessed. Open the portal. No! Please, we're just following the storyline. Let's do this, you guys. I'm kind of hyped for the Forgotten Gods section, actually. The scaling is not the best. We're a little bit too high level. Hopefully it's going to be fixing later on today. They're like level 62, 61, barely managing to keep up with my level. Excuse me? Getting body plots. Supreme is asking, is there a patch today? Not that I know of, Supreme. I don't really think we have a patch anytime soon, in fact. Right, guys? I feel like the next patch in Grim Dawn is going to be the new Rogue Dungeon, hopefully. We'll see. But it might still have quite some time to come. Grim Developments said the new patch is soon, actually, Rockfit is saying. Is this like a Blizzard soon, or like a soon, you think? Much poison. No, I can't jump down. There's actually one place that I want to check out. We kind of like skipped it because I have been just running around. It's like a den of beetles right over here. Those beetles spawning pretty late though. I could get just this guy over here and should be fine. What's the best movement sequence? I usually, like, it depends if you have a melee weapon. If you have a melee weapon, I usually try and have a Shadow Strike for sure. And if my character already has a Shadow Strike option, then it comes to it kind of comes down to you, like whichever you enjoy. But I will say like Shadow Strike is one of the better ones, especially while leveling. If you want to go zoom and ignore some pathing, Shadow Strike is just very good. I'm trying your ranged lightning conjurer level build. Is this still meta? Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good. Definitely. And the weapon is farmable as well. I played it like yesterday, quite a bit. One bad thing that I can tell you about like Forgotten Gods, guys, is going to be the fact that like this place's experience when it comes to the quest reward is not necessarily scaling too high, simply because you can start this place around like level 15, 17, whatever, right after Warden as well. The quest rewards are actually for that level, you know what I mean? So we're going to be getting like quite decent experience from killing monsters, but the quests are going to be extremely underwhelming. Just the experience, yeah. Not that's why. But it's okay, I want to like grind the reputation out anyways. And would like to have like a complete playthrough on the normal difficulty at the very least. As I talked about it on the latest part, like we might actually skip some stuff in Elite, as long as my character, I feel like my character could tank and take over Ultimate. We might actually skip quite a bit in Elite. But that will depend on like my reputations with stuff, that will depend on like my my optimization when it comes to the character, like my resistances. If I switch to like Ultimates, I'm not going to be, playing with like 40% resistances, definitely not. If I have like a decentish character for it, and I don't care about the reputations remaining, then I'll do it. But by the looks of things, so far, like the character should be strong enough for Ultimate when the time comes. It's just incredibly strong even at this point. We are still using like level 20 weapons, so. What's my lightning resistance? 79%. Now we need a lightning potion here, guys. This guy is no joke. Do I have one in my bags? I actually have just one in my bags. Like, have about like 80% and maybe like 30% on top versus this guy, and it might still get a little bit tricky. Don't stand inside basically like the lightning, not only the orbs but also the lightning rain, as I like to call it. This one can actually turn out to be a very interesting boss fight. Try to pay attention to your debuffs as well. Like if you have a vulnerability debuff, avoid the boss basically. Paying attention to your debuffs in this game is unfortunately not the greatest thing. Like, not the easiest thing to do. They're like extremely small icons over there. You could also adjust the Grim tools to give you like, Grim internals to give you some information on the left side of your screen as well, but to be honest with you, it's the same thing. I would need to have like an icon on top of my head with my vulnerability, which actually you do, but it kind of clutters with everything else. It's hard to see, and it's the same icon for everything, like not only elemental, but also physical, but also defensive. It's weird. Fly was saying you could skip him if you want, you don't need him for the quest line. What is this skip that you're talking about? Tweedle is saying new AR is really nice, by the way. That's my most recent tune. Did SR 35 to 36 without issues, and then I had a terrible log room at shard 50 and lost motivation for the day, I say. Yesterday with my EOR shield breaker I pushed to 56 from 40 without a break, and I had like very close calls actually twice. At 46 and 47, thanks to Benya, the tonic nemesis. It was interesting. But otherwise it was okay. Otherwise it was okay. I'll like 1 point available, and I'm guessing we're gonna need to build up towards like the Dying God. Dying God requires 1 red, which is most likely this point. And then it requires like blues. It might have been the Viper as well, which isn't too bad for me. Let's check out if my like endgame build is open. Hey Viceroy, what's up man? Right over here, we click this link. It's been a while I didn't really like check out my devotions. Yeah, I was going for like the Salome Watcher, I'm going for the Obelisk, the Eel. I think we already have the Eel. The Panther, so I suppose I'm gonna have the Panther as well, yeah. I would like to build up to the Salome Watcher right now, if possible. I guess we can like bait it, maybe? Yeah, we could definitely debate this. Let's take something like this guy, open it, and then start building up to it, then we can remove this guy, in fact. Or just take Viper and be done with it. Let's take Viper and be done with it. That's alright. When should you switch to DK cadence? Most probably when you have the full sets. Chest here. The reason you don't level up with cadence is the fact that like it doesn't necessarily have a good AoE, and the DK Craig set is going to be, you know, fixing that AoE problem for you because of the set bonus ability, Craig's Wrath. Dynamites! Okay, the real road is on the right side. I think I skipped it. I have a lot of words about fast leveling, yes. In my YouTube. Like, not only VODs, but also I speak about like the single masteries, about leveling fast. They're not complete yet, but they will be soon. An ancient heart from this guy. That's nice. Interact with this thing at your own risk, basically, guys. Flash with 22 months. Some tomatoes in the chat. Flashy, thank you very much for those. 22 months of support, bro. Thanks for being here. Good to show you're actually close to 23, aren't you? This way. This is the big map, you guys, right? As I said on the last part, like my pathing in Forgotten Gardens is not as good or precise when it comes to like obviously the other parts of the game. Still in the process of like learning and trying to like shape up my pathing and my rotations. But that's only gonna happen by like playing more and more. How long does the Revenant's Oath last when you put them down? Can't you like read that over here? 8-second duration. But like +4 from there on top of the regular, so I'm guessing maybe it's 12. I'm actually not sure if the game is capable of like putting the updated tooltip. We can definitely check that out by like removing one of the weapons from my hands. Let's see. Yeah, it is. It is updating it. So it's 8 seconds right now, the duration. It's pretty cool. We're missing the Guardians of the Ishtal from the quest. When it comes to like this big map, you guys, I usually hug the left side all the way to north to the devotion point, and then afterwards like I go take the waypoint. Energy leech and absorption. A little bit easier. Energy control here. We're now friendly with the Cult of Soleil. Guys, I'm gonna drop a random portal here. Gonna come back to this. After taking the waypoint here. We'll go like this way, try to find the dungeon entrance now. Guardians of Ishtak, are you the ones? No. Just trying to pick up the lore now. Apparently we are completely full. Let's sell some stuff quick. Don't mind making some iron beds. Guessing we're gonna end up like crafting a lot of things when the time comes, so it's pretty easy to like make some good items out of the blacksmith. Don't need weapons, don't need offense. Could definitely snap sell them. What are these? Elemental damage converted to Vitality with like double HP roll and cunning and insane armor. I wanna sell it still. Very close though, very close. Trying incredibly hard here. What is this? A medal with 6% experience increase and 50% white city damage HP. And that's it. I think mine is better. The revered star for level 72. That's a bad item. I love the fact that we have 23 flowers so far. Okay. There might actually be a devotion shrine inside this as well. Hey, one shot. An Eldritch Essence out of it. This is my second one, I think. Yep. It's nice. %% white citizens. Talk about the dead node. I'm kind of curious if I should have like continued exploring to get those like 2 Guardians of Ishtar. Not sure. Because there is like 1 pack, I think, on the first floor of this dungeon. Maybe I left some alive in that pack or something? It's possible. But yeah, we could have TP'd there now. And with this. There's a small beetle cave again, right over here. Maybe an ancient heart in it? Who knows? The Myrmidon Visor. That's a nice place to hit, man. 1 more Rispy out of the way, so... Okay, are we entering the forest? The OSs? Okay. Level 64. Actually gonna take just 1 point into 2 bolts. Kind of considering to actually like max out the Doom Bolt for some sort of like a single target burst. It might not be too bad. Since we're scaling crazy amounts of Vitality and Doom Bolt is actually heavy aside in the Vitality, so might be interesting. Don't know, just mess around. It's also possible to like max out the Spectral Wrath. Have maximum minus resistance around me. I don't really know if I need to like turn back or I can just like click this corpse. This corpse is a quest right here. The tome. There we go. We have the tome. So I don't need the quest. I can do this like retroactively apparently. Let's go inside the cave as well. Thing is like I failed to find the Guardians of the Ishtal or something. I'm not necessarily sure if I will find more of them to the Vanguard right over here. So like I think I'm gonna just like make my way towards the Vanguard, and if it completes, it completes, I think. Even if we fail with that quest, I'm just gonna restart my game. It should be okay. I don't mind. Maybe even inside here, who knows. Oh, Devotion Shrine. Nice. It's gonna give me like 3% offensive ability. Completing the Viper. This is the poison guy, right? Hmm. My Doom Bolt is not necessarily hitting at all right now, I could say. Am I dropping frames? I don't think so, but I could check. No. You can see my endgame rotation, not necessarily the entire build, if you write exclamation build as usual in the chat. Supreme, you have asked 3 different things about Grim Internals, starting from the first one. First you asked this, and then you asked the loot, and then you asked the HP wise. Every single one of them is Grim Internals. And that's the only mod that I'm using. It's hilarious actually. You should probably get it. No, I'm not whining about it. It's actually very, very hilarious how you like spotted every single one of them. Yeah, I'm doing a fresh start. That's why we don't have the experience potions, guys. It's for the YouTube. Just like the DeathKnight that we have done a year ago. Simulating fresh accounts. And maybe even a new player experience also. Obviously cannot give that, but I can talk about like how to deal with the problems that are popping out. So that's why there's heavy commentary. Malediction. Wow, we're getting like a lot of relic recipes actually. This is another tier 3. Very nice job. I'm gonna check this map. Maybe there's like another elite somewhere around. Wouldn't mind killing. Not really. Wolf is there saying, can you trigger Markovian advantage by using Eye of Reckoning? No. When you mouse over an ability, it would say default weapon attack. To proc stuff like that. I'm now honored with the Coven. We're out of here. I'm immediately going to be buying the Coven Reds right over here. Bam. Where did you go? And I'm also going to be checking if we can do this quest right over here now. Look at that guy. What do you want from me? Let me see. I will protect you. Easy quest, easy reputation. Let's get it. $3,000, you guys. I've gotten 3,000 reputation by doing this quest. That's insane, no? That was a nice step. That was a nice step. Well, it says HP, physique, and offensive ability. Is that better than a battle cry? I am not really sure. Probably I'll keep the battle cry for now. Another battle cry here. No movement speed though. Okay. Wait, how am I receiving your notification one more try? Yo, did you just sub 4 tier 3s? Flashy? Oh my god, dude. Thank you very much for that, Flashy. Much out to you, dude. Thanks, man. Not really sure why I didn't give the notification to the stream, but like in the chat I was able to see it. So we do have a problem. I am willing to take some tips. If anyone knows, because I'm almost making it to the Vanguard now and we still have Destroy the Guardians of Ishtal quest up, this thing. Let me know if you know like exactly where I can find these dudes. I kind of feel like there was some... Is it behind this one, maybe? I kind of feel like there was some inside that dungeon over there. I'm gonna make my way there, I think, one more time. In Cairn? Yeah, Cairn Docks, right? I'm already there. It's not the Guardian of Ishtak. I was kind of like going towards this dungeon, actually, the Sandblown Ruins. Pretty sure I've killed like a couple of them in the first floor there. That's what I was saying, like I should have stayed, I think. Let me actually like deal with this. Let's see. Gonna enter the dungeon one more time and go to the places that I haven't gone. And maybe like this way this time. See how it goes. Not really. Not really. Apparently I've gotten the pack in this place, unfortunately. What about the left side over here? I think it would shine if it was over there as well. I like my movement speed right now. Nah, there was nothing here. Feels bad. Let's go to Cairn one more time. And we opened this Fog of 4 there. I also feel like I'm missing a devotion shrine that was like hidden on the hidden on the sides. I don't necessarily know exactly like how to get there or which map this was. I still couldn't learn that. It's like a hidden path that you can basically unlock and get the devotion shrine from. I feel like it's in fact close to one of the waypoints even. Just gonna figure out like which one it was. Oh shit, maybe... Maybe check this one out. So I guess you missed 2 of them in there? I mean, I've been there one more time. It's unfortunately not there anymore. I don't know why though. Not sure. There's some stuff over here. Maybe it's this? Yes. Nice. There we go. So about this devotion shrine, do you guys know what I'm talking about exactly? Maybe we could find it somehow. Maybe this one? I might be able to see it like if I hug the wall. Top left corner in the docks. Docks top left corner? No, that's not the one that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the hidden one, man. It's the temple rifts? Let me see. Let's kill this guy. Leathery hide from this guy, thank you. Okay, it's the temple rift, then we hug northern side, I suppose. Somewhere there, maybe? I think it's gonna be somewhere there. I think so. Let's see. Yeah, it might be somewhere there, the entrance. Back? Already past it? Oh, maybe there? Let me see. Let's open this one as well. These stupid maggots, man. Yo, what's up, Rizzle? How's it going, man? Welcome, bro. Ah! Alright, we did it. We did it. Tomatoes in the chat. We are here. Oh my god, the bat's a shell. You serious? Wow. Scammer Devotion Shrine. So we're gonna have this one, which is reducing the target's elemental resistances. Doesn't do much. But it's giving me 3% offensive routine. It unlocks the Solemn Watcher as well. Some armor from the next nodes, some pierce resistance. Solemn Watcher is pretty good, especially like the last node over here is going to be pretty big, the defensive ability from it. And it will also unlock this guy progressively. Yeah, I'm going to be missing like one blue, I think, so we'll most likely take like the crossroads and then it will unlock this guy, the obelisk. It's gonna be sweet. At that point, I'll most likely be prioritizing the obelisk over the Dying God. We'll see like how the character feels, I suppose, because obelisk is obviously like defensive and the Dying God is going to be exactly the opposite. Look at the experience that we gain from the quests here. Speak to the recruits. Sure. You can speak to this guy meanwhile. You fought well. I'll allow you to stay. Devil's Crossing is like halfway towards the Honored. Just checking if you're like anything else. The Order of the Death Vigil is like halfway as well. Might be able to take this quest right over here now. Hopefully. Yes, there we go. Fascinating. I think we're pretty much done, you guys. Now to the Vanguard. Everything is done in here. I'm kind of curious if this guy's giving me a quest now that I'm done with this also. Not really. Riggs. He's still empty. Let's go to the Vanguard. Gonna have like a couple of quests here now. Our bank seems to be fine as well. Let's do this. Wait, actually it wants me to like jump into this, doesn't it? Let's do this quest first. Reputation is annoying on your first playthrough, definitely. In comparison to the next ones, I have always said it, like when you're playing with an experience potion and mandates up, I think it actually feels smoother. The speed of like both the leveling and the reputations just feels like, I don't know, supposed to be that way or something. Spooky place. Ishtal. How are we doing with the cult of Bismail, which is the one that we have chosen? It's not even close to respected. No, we have chosen the Dreeg actually, right? I lied. Yeah, we're Dreeg. Okay. Open the gates! This is the armor node, isn't it? Armor and cold resistance. 25%. It's not the worst one. It's definitely gonna help me out when I switch to elites. For sure. Do I need this place? Can drop a portal. I think it's not bad, but... Wasn't there like a waypoint or something to the left side that I want to pick up first? Let's do that. Yeah. How's it going, Naomi? Lazy day hype? Sounds pretty good to me. Check the left side as well. There's nothing. You come out from the waypoint? Yeah, it is possible. I mean, don't judge my rotations. Don't judge my rotations in Forgotten Gods. As I said, like, it's still smoothening. There are some mistakes here and there. So this corpse right over here is pretty important because of the manuscript. It's not necessarily marked on your minimap for some reason. Don't know if you can interact with this. I think it's one of the cards, but I don't think it's the one that we're playing. Yeah. Let's get out of here. No training, no cleaning, no groceries, and no nothing. Just games to refund for you, right, Naomi? My emerald. It's gonna be on the right side apparently then. Check like all the spots. I think we're gonna end up finding the boss as well. Well, the mini boss I suppose. Should be here somewhere. Otherwise I skipped the spawn points of him on the first map. It's possible. I don't mind it so much as I can, even if that's the case. There you are, you have been hiding from me. Petrified. Ah, this is very annoying right now, in fact. Not really sure which one to kill first. How are you still alive? Not sure. Okay. Maybe at the bottom side over here he might be. Yeah, there he is. Grimo! Elder's Essence, 100% worth it. It was nice. See what this one is. Wouldn't say no to another devotion shrine in here, but this guy might be a bit too scary. He's like fire. You gotta watch out for these fissures on the floor. And his frontal cone, close range as well. It's annoying. He drops so many greens. Ooh, I'm actually full. I'm gonna go back and sell some stuff again, guys. Really want to like maximize the amount of iron bits we're gaining here. That was actually a very interesting belt. Crazy amounts of offensive ability. What is that? Hard to replace. So 8% experience increase on my necklace. I think we keep that for now. So Vitality DK, Offense, Cunning, Chaos and Bleed resistances with 800. I feel like we have an upgrade here. It's been a while we didn't find an upgrade actually. That definitely feels nice. That definitely feels nice. Sell the weapons. For level 70, armor is almost up there with vulnerability +3 and phys resistance and vitality percentages. It's actually almost up there, I would say. I'm gonna sell this one, but it might even be an upgrade for me. Okay. Can I actually like use this guy now? That's when I'm done with the quest. So after finding the manuscript, I think you're capable of like transmuting items. Yeah, there it is. This transmute is the one that we were talking about like earlier. You can actually like transmute a set item into another piece in that set, or you can actually like random set item as well, yeah. Take the 6 watch out. See, I don't really know if I'm gonna max out my Doom Bolt. Does feel good, but like there are other important stuff as well. Not sure. Let's go back to the point. Let's see what this is. Shortcut? Oh, by the way, like I was curious, what's our percentage when it comes to vitality? 1.2k, you guys. That is quite a lot. So that was like a optional place or what? We didn't really find anything in there. Marcus is there as well. Marcus is saying, hey Mala, aren't you going to use Bloody Pox just for the end game? Also Siphon Souls? Siphon Souls, I'm not really sure at all. Bloody Pox, I'm going to use it when I have the Dark One set. Before, I think it's not necessary, but like these things that I'm saying, they're going to change as I play the game, because like I'll feel like maybe something is lacking and I'll try to fix it. Maybe Bloody Pox will fix it, you know what I mean? But right now in the roadmap, like there are other important stuff. I definitely don't need more AoE right now. Like instead of casting a Bloody Pox, I would just rather put another Ravenous Earth down. You know, there's no point. But the Dark One set, if you can get to it, it is actually supporting Bloody Pox. So the Bloody Pox is going to be stronger, you know? So in that case, I would say it's probably worth using it. We'll see, man. Right now it's going extremely strong, like no need. Bloody Pox is also like tons of points. Like look at how many points is that. Like that would be taking away from my possession, my curse. I don't know. Like there's no other points. Like it would take away from my mastery. It's not good. Not the best. I'm so sorry to hear that, Naomi. Get well soon. Dance game. Okay, there's some problem here. I cannot put the okay, there we go. I've cast the Ravenous Earth multiple times. And it's just like doing the animation, but it's not casting it. I don't know why. There we go. I think it has something to do with that destroyable, but... Let's get out of here. I haven't Savage. Iceberg is saying I have a similar build and getting the Dark One set is not that hard. You outleash the damage of the enemies in there. Seriously? That sounds very good. Then we have a very good guide in our hands, because I feel like that is the only roadblock that I have in front of me. When I reach to the ultimate and complete the quest, like if I'm capable of farming the Dark One set easily, then we have nothing to worry about. The character is going to be ridiculous, in fact. I actually don't know where to put these. Let's get Doombolt. It's okay. At this point, if you don't want to Doombolt, I think like more logical thing is like HP is fine and minus resistance is fine. They're both very viable options in my opinion. Let's check this one out. I'm not really sure what this place is. Okay. This is gonna lead up to the Gambling Blacksmith in Ultimate difficulty. I don't really know if he exists in normal. But there might actually be a Devotion Shrine, I'm not really sure. Let's go check it out. Probably not. Oh, there's one. Nice. That's nice. Maggots! Pierce resistance with even more armor. What's my armor, by the way? Almost 1000. The blacksmith does not exist in this difficulty. Craig is definitely much easier. I mean, there's no surprise in that now, is there, though? Like, you can farm the Craig in Elite at level 90, so... I mean, you can farm it in normal difficulty even after level 75, but... There's no need to, because you cannot wield it yet, so... At level 90 in Elite, when you start farming the Craig pieces, you will most likely get to level 94-ish as you find the entire set, so... You might as well do that at 90, you know? These mines that they're dropping... Can you explain again the difference in the resistances? Reduce enemy resistance by 15, reduce enemy resistance percentage, etc. I mean, basically, there's rule of resistance reduction, and the rule is basically like minus. You can take as many as you want, and you should try to find like minuses, such as this one. You see there's a minus in front of the numbers. So this one would stack with literally everything. The other minuses, a percentage, a flat. And then there are other stuff as well, such as like Elemental Storm. This is a flat one. The last line says 12, reduce, you know, there's no minus, there's no percentage, it's a flat number. So you can only take one of these. And you should also, but just one. And then afterwards there's also the percentage. There's no minus again, but there's a percentage next to the number. Oh, and that one is the same as the flat, basically. You can only take one of that also. So in a very well made character, you're gonna have one flat, one percentage, and then as many minuses as you can. That is pretty much this reduction in this game for you. Kinda curious if I'm skipping the messenger right now. I don't think so, I wanna say. I might also be, though. No, I don't think I'm there yet, but soon. Ah, that is messenger. This guy's looking extremely scary also, doesn't he? Let's get out of here. What up, Naomi? Tell me. If you have the Will of Ratosh, it's minus 25 vitality, but you also have the vulnerability for the end game, 12 out of 10 for 33%. As I said, Marcus, like minuses, you take as many of them as you can because they all stack. So you have Will of Ratosh, which has a minus on it. So yeah, the simplest way to explain this is like if you see a minus on it, like you don't think, like just take it. That's all. The only question that should come to your mind is like when there's no minus. You know? You can only have one of the others. Yeah. Master... What was that again? Holy shit, I'm full again? Damn. This was Master's Spellblade. I don't think we're going to be needing such a thing. But... let's go sell again. For some reason, like, I'm missing, yeah, I'm missing, like, one more bag, actually. I'm guessing, like, we're gonna get that in Elite first difficulty. I mean, first act, I should even say. Which is kinda unfortunate. We're, like, 10 hours into this playthrough, and I'm still, like, missing one bag slot. That kinda hurts. Okay. Yeah, probably not. Maximum resistances and shield block medallion. The Virulent Maw for level 50. Crazy Offend. Elemental damage. Rune Father ring. Sell the weapons and the offense. A Glass Wraith, 330 armor only, there's no cast speed. No need to think about this at all. It's really bad. Guys, I'm actually gonna take a short one here. Put these things into the bank. Because I feel like we have just too many things here. Maybe even like these rare materials as well. Just way too many things. Those two. 8 Eldritch Essences so far. We're doing a good job farming. That's for sure. No, these are staying here. Should I put the Tonic of Clarity as well? Too late now. You cannot turn back. We're pretty close to the last push when it comes to this difficulty. We're almost done with the entire veteran playthrough. This might be the last devotion shrine right next to me. Guys, does anyone know like how many devotion shrines are available to you in normal? Yeah, it is a reputation farm. It's very good to like do everything in the first. Chains. Reforged Chains of Oleron for level 75. Pretty good belts. Recently gotten obliterated, but 3% physique and 30 defensive ability, and we have gotten 43 devotion points so far. 46 in total. According to Grim Tools checklist, 46 in total. What am I missing? So one thing that I can tell you is that like there's something called the checklist on Grim Tools. We could definitely like utilize that when we are done with the entire difficulty. That's gonna make things like so much easier with anything. To like basically figure out if there's any other devotion shrine that I can get easily. This guy's taking too much damage from me. He just disappeared. That was insane. This is one of those places that I don't really like that much because my frame rate inside it is really messed up. So many monsters trying to get to you. That's causing a lot of frame drops, unfortunately, in this game. There might actually be one more devotion shrine in the second floor of this place, which would mean I'm going to be missing only 2. Yeah, I bet there's like 1 devotion shrine in the Shattered Realm, right? That would mean that I'm missing only 1, which I'm not going to be doing the Shattered Realm. No, I did the avatar of Malagant. Couldn't tell, Pariah. After killing the Korvac, I'm just gonna checklist that. It's gonna be much easier that way. That was a nice link you find. I wasn't really expecting this. Ancient Hearts and Bismail Domination. Level 70 relic. Another tier 3 out of the way. So, if you're still at a state where you're missing relics, actually, check out the video called Where to Farm Treasure Trove in my YouTube. And yeah, that way you can just like farm treasure troves, those like locked boxes, to get those recipes. It's a pretty easy way to like complete it. Pretty dull, but reliable. The Black Flame Visage. Very scary boss here, like arguably the hardest boss in the campaign at least. Father Kaiman, there's too many things going on at the same time. That's also why it is very hard to play around it. I'm gonna use Fire Potion, but he's hitting very hard on the first part as well. So for the most part you're trying to avoid a meteor, him jumping to you, you're trying to avoid the flame pillars that are coming from the ground. And at the same time his frontal cone. So 4 different things that you're trying to pay attention to, but for the most part I don't think like you can avoid everything. That's gonna give me like 5% defensibility. Our defensibility is like pretty high actually. So the flame pillars... Jump. Meteor probably. Yeah, Meteor was there as well. Jump again. Meteor is probably coming up as well. Flame players once again. Attack. Meteor was there. I think we're good here. That was fine. I actually didn't know this track. What's this track from Diablo 2? Oh, this is the troll one from the Decade Cane. Yeah, true. Yeah, I should probably skip this one. Morphog is there saying, hey, I just saw some videos on YouTube and want to say thank you for them because now I'm looking forward to play Forgotten Gods. Yeah, cheers, Morphog. I'm glad you liked them. And thanks for joining the stream as well. Welcome. Hi.
Greetings,
Cheers, Pariah. Yo, later's Savage.
Charcy can shield you if you have a lot of cash. If you're all out of room, you can stick it in your stash. My name is Deckard Cain, and I come on preacher. So sit your ass and listen, or I'm gonna have to reach you. If I don't know the answer, then go ask Mala. She's a funky little broad that...
Okay. How's it going, Pascal? Fucking bro. The end game. Let's see what this is. Missed there. Is sitting on top of one of them, got shotgunned by it. He is actually taking so much damage from me, this is insane. Alright, so if I am not mistaken again, this is the end of it in the normal playthrough, and it was pretty much a face roll other than like the very beginning, like part 1's first 10 minutes, which is what usually the veteran start does to you, because you do need that like a little bit of like a stronger character to get going, obviously. Literally everything else was a face roll so far. Let's turn these quests in to the Vanguard. I also need to farm Dyla, I think. Another victory for us. The messenger is dead. Kinda curious like how we are doing with the reputations, with the cult especially. My Barrow home is almost there, 100 missing. Hey, the Dreeg is almost honored actually, that's pretty good. Honored with the Cult of Dreeg. Very good actually. Celestial Lotus from this guy as well. It doesn't give you a legendary at the end obviously. Not in normal difficulty. But we could buy the Cult of Dreeg red now. Can actually do this quest as well. Gives me an amulet. Scorched Earth. Okay. How are we doing with the other cults? They're not close yet, right? Yeah. They're actually on par with like Devil's Crossing, is funny. Is there anything else that I can look forward to? One-handers and shields with 100... Sorry, excuse me. For one-handers is 200 HP. Vitality damage as well. This is extremely big for me. What we were using is 25. Now it's going to be becoming 40. Yeah, we're gonna end up buying 10 of these. Don't really think I need more. Maybe like 12. Sell the items as well. Naomi was asking if I'm going to be checking out the Warhammer Martyr. It gets a new game in 2 weeks or so. I don't think so, Naomi. I hope you're still there. It's answering you pretty late here. There's some DPS, I must say. Yeah, it was insane. You cannot DPS bosses while they're in the animation. You can just target them. He's not taking damage from that. Like, especially Korvac wasn't taking damage. Seems like you have Grim Internals mod. But why are you looting yourself? I'm just auto-looting the components. I don't necessarily need to loot items automatically. Maybe not. Maybe not. But it's damage, quite heavy. I actually cannot believe we're still running with that left ring on the left side. Just doesn't make any sense to me. But I cannot replace it, you see. It's weird. I could have been, like, I should have been able to find a better ring than that. It's just too late even. Now that, like, we're switching to, the next difficulty is going to be even weirder in my opinion. That's not good enough. Father Kaiman's sword. Physical damage. Converted to lightning for the Eye of Reckoning. With Fizz Base and Pierce. Level 40 Vendor ring. It's even worse in my opinion, man. Honestly. Okay, let's try to find Dahlia. Was she there or was she there? Infernal Waste, maybe? No, I don't think she's here. Let me see. Maybe there? Yeah, she's here. Nice. She actually gives me a Celestial Lotus. That's crazy. Okay, I'm glad we did this quest at the end of the day. So, this quest chain starts all the way from Homestead. You pick up like some sort of like a... From in this house, right over here. You pick up some notes, give it to Dahlia right over there somewhere. And then that's gonna like unlock the quest in Morndale. In Act 6, in fact, right over there to the right side. Which you collect like 2 more notes, right? Inside the Chthonic Rift and inside the cave or like, you know, underground passage or whatever over there. And then it goes to link to Dravis quest at the entrance of the tomb, I would say. And you end up getting like quite a lot of valuables from this one. It's very interesting. It's a long quest, but it's very interesting. You can buy those. So, one thing that we're gonna do right now before switching to elites is that we're gonna check out the Grim Tools. We're gonna click checklist right over here. From there, we will have to load the character in, and from here, devotion shrines and lore notes data is stored in the save file in the character folder. It's called player GDC. So we go to Cabalist Fresh, obviously. And this one should do it, in fact. I think so. So, apply. Yeah, I'm missing 2 of them. Let's see what those 2 are. We have one over there, the Rocky Coast. This is embarrassing. Yeah, I remember the Rocky Coast. It is because I didn't have... Can I get a lul in the chat, please? I didn't have a Frozen Heart, so that is funny. Look at that. Okay, it's good that I checked this out. I'm gladly giving away a Frozen Heart here. The first time that we made it here, I didn't have a Frozen Heart, so... There it is. There's lots of items. So that was the first one. That one is complete. And the other one is probably Shattered Realm, if I have to guess. Splendors of the Realm, yeah. Shattered Realm. And this is gonna most likely ask something stupid like Lotus, so... We're not going to be doing that, in fact. This thing is gonna unlock with a blue node. I'll unlock it. Dying God is unlocked as well. So from this moment, we need 10 points. This is 6. And this one is 3. The next 9 points, every single one of them is going to be massive, you guys. We have 80 Vitality Offensive Ability. This one's a little bit weird. Just Offensive Ability. Offensive Ability again with Spirit. Offensive, Defensive, Chaos Resistance. 100 Defensive and a proc. And this side is like massive as well. YouTube, this is going to be part 7. I'm gonna call it right here. And we are actually starting Elite in the part 8. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like. Peace out. See you on 8.